So Acro-Yoga is a acrobatic yoga basically, and you do it with your partner. It's almost like gymnastics on yoga. And I was training at a park, Washington Park in Denver, with my teammate Ian Heinisch, and I was doing a handstand on his hand in the air, and I lost my balance and I landed on my neck, and I was paralyzed from neck below like instantly. But I didn't know I was, because how do you know you're paralyzed? Like, I never thought about it. So he's just like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He's like, I was like, "Yeah, just I'll get up, like give me a minute," because I thought it was like a stinger, like you get hurt, you're like, "Oh, give me a second." But then he's like, "Can you feel this?" And I was like, "No, I can't feel it." And then I had to go to the hospital. Basically like full body paralyzed 2 weeks, like little by little. Like when I could wiggle my toes, I just kept wiggling them, and then like once I could start moving stuff, I just kept like trying to move it. So I got hurt June 13th 2017. It's like 2 years ago. And I was in a hospital for a month, and then I got let out, but I did like a lot of outpatient rehab. I just won my fight, and it was a month later after my fight. I was getting ready for another fight, and then I ended up getting hurt. So yeah, it was actually really, really crazy, because I think I was in denial. Like when you're in that situation, like I didn't really know like a spinal cord injury was. Like they're like, "Oh, you have this, like you're probably not gonna be able to walk again," or all this stuff. And I was just like, I was like, there's no way, like I don't think you accept that right away. So I was like, just like, I'm gonna fight again, and then just kept training, and I'm back to fighting. So I didn't fight for almost 2 years later. I got out of the hospital, but like it was my neck, like I was always paranoid of people touching me too, like right away, like don't touch me, like my neck was stiff, it hurt. And I couldn't even, like, it took me almost a year to be able to walk right. Like, it's crazy learning how to walk again. Like, it's so weird. It's like, felt like a baby learning everything again. But after that, so 6 months after my injury, I got a sponsorship in Thailand to train at Fairtex for a whole year. So I did my rehab out there a lot. That's when I started actually just training MMA. That's when I started training again. My mom was so mad at me too, like, because my mom loves me. I remember we got in a fight in the hospital because I was like, "I'm gonna fight again," like, and she's like, "Do you like to be in a wheelchair?" And I was like, "Ah." I was so mad at her. But she was just, being realistic, and like doesn't want to see her daughter hurt, and but now she supports me because she like sees the hard work. So I was born in Chiang Mai in Thailand, and it's really beautiful. It's a mountain city place also, which is pretty sweet. But I was adopted, so I came to Denver when I was 4, and then I came to Burlington, Colorado, which is in the middle of nowhere, and I lived on a farm until I was like 10, and then I moved to Denver. I have a brother. He's 6 years older than me, and they adopted him first. They kind of told me they couldn't get a girl first. They had to get a boy first. So they got him. And then 6 years later, they came and they got me. They showed me a picture that the orphanage sent to them. Like, this is going to be your baby girl. And it's like actually really, like, I'm like crying in the picture. I was like, why would you send them that picture? But well, they still wanted me. I hope they do. I just like the women athletes are just evolving in MMA, and there's so many we're just girls come in small sizes, and there's a lot more of us tinier, and we're exciting, explosive, and I hope they do. But I also am looking at ONE FC, so I would love to fight for them. It's almost like you've seen Ryzen or Pride. It's just like very entertaining like that, and they're all about honor and respect too. And I like that about that. And it's about culture too. And you get to see that. You get to see everyone's, and it's fascinating. So I'm gonna try aim for like December and January, but I'm still like getting like back. I've been training, but I just like want to see how my shoulders, holding up with wrestling and all the other stuff. But I feel good. So hopefully December and January, and I'm fighting for the belt. So for King of the Cage. Her name is Jamie Henshaw. Sweet girl. She's nice. I like her. We were supposed to fight August 24th, and I couldn't because I ended up messing my shoulder up. And so I actually wrote her a message like my apology, because I just accepted the fight And then the next day I ended up getting hurt and had to pull out right away. So then I was like, I wrote her, I was like, I'm sorry, like, fuck, like, this sucks, but thanks for taking the offer. I hope we get to fight in the future. And she was super cool and nice and told me, to recover. So I like her. She seems like a good person. I'm going to fight for the belt, and then after that, I'm going to go to 1FC.